super stoked to have this all done, ready for the new season. Goodbye summer. A little comfort food, right? You know, the way I approach this menu, we're going into the season, everybody's feeling the pinch, and we want to create a really comfortable space for people to come. So, like, I picked a few things that were really like comfort food, classic dishes that people can recognize and hear the word and go, oh, I like that. I know I like that. But we do it a little differently with my style and my impression of something. Okay, there's a brand new dish. I've been trying to stray away from the wine board just for fun. We did it for so long and it kind of gets redundant. So right now this is our fall board. It's a combination of duck rillette, which is like a pate but no liver. It's duck leg confit, whipped and seasoned with orange zest, herbs, and roasted garlic, and a little bit of mustard. We have a Honeycrisp apple, some fall microgreens, delicata squash, roasted with stuffed with a chev and black garlic mousse, and then grilled ciabatta bread, little baguettes. And that's also served with our farm, Hawk and Heron, my wife and I's farm. We make preserves and we make a lot of stuff, so we're featuring a little bit of that fall feeling on this board as well. So we're utilizing some of our brisket that we are smoking in-house, cocoa espresso rubbed, 8 to 10 hour cooked brisket. We're using it in our hash for our brunch. But what I did was mix it together with like some elements of the Wellington, which would be like mushroom, spinach, and the hollandaise, and then put it in puff pastry, and it's a super delicious little crunchy pocket of goodness. I brought this for Emily specifically. She always bugs me about radicchio salad. It's the dressing is really very similar to a Caesar, but does not have anchovy. But it's like super garlicky, super comfort, tangy to go with the bitterness and the richness of the radicchio. What we did on top was basically I cook chicken legs, and we pull them, press them. When they're cold, you can cut a shape out of them, and then we just put on the flat top and just make it super crispy. And that's the garnish on top. It's a little bit of extra protein, kind of a cool element to the radicchio salad dish. And then the pickled vegetables and green beans. A little fresh Parmesan on top. What I did was a classic wedge salad. This is where you get like a nice high-end steakhouse. Little French dressing we make in-house. Bay shrimp, tomato, blue cheese, bacon lardon, and then the iceberg lettuce wedge. Major overhaul on all of the entrees. Let's start with the easy one. Pumpkin raviolis. We traditionally usually do a seasonal ravioli. This one's pumpkin Asiago, and then we fried some onions and tossed in a little bit of pumpkin spice that I made back here. So it's got a little bit of fall spice to the crispy onion. And it goes obviously pretty nice with the pumpkin filling in the ravioli. Seasonal burger. End of the year, into the summer season, you have a lot of green tomatoes that aren't going to go ripe. That's kind of where this element of the crisp comes from, is that, a classic dish being fried green tomatoes. They take the unripe ones, slice them, corn crust them, serve it with really whatever you want, eggs, burger, but it adds a really nice element of crisp with the ripe tomato jam. So it's a little sweet and a little tart, crunchy. The bane of all of our existence, the fish and chips. We literally bought a second fryer when we had fish and chips on the menu before. Because of that, people are going to order it. There's going to be a lot of them. It's a very ample sized dish. You got lots of fish in there. It's fresh Alaskan cod. It's a great product. We're making the beer batter, the slaw, the tartar dressing. It was time, and like I said, we're trying to create this comfort level of things. and this rolls right into it. It's a braised wild boar tagliatelle, and it's got red wine, tomato, orange, just your real comfort heavy pasta with the tagliatelle. It's really wide cut. Served with a pecorino romano and a citrus remoulade. All right, so that's the boar dish, wild boar. And I believe it's from Texas, right, Becca?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Wild boar from Texas. Okay. All right, so now we have our steelhead dish. Steelhead, easily one of the best things outside of our salmon that I've had, because I like to support sustainably farmed fish if it's a good product. This is an excellent product. It's got a lot of marbling, a lot of fat, and they're big. That's going to be served with honey glazed carrots, parsnips. We toss in fresh thyme and roast. The red potatoes are tossed in a harissa marinade, basically like a nice red chili, lots of spices, garlic, lemon, served with a piccata sauce, which is a very classic white wine, butter, caper, parsley, lemon sauce. Scallop dish, seared scallops. Serve that with an apple butternut sauce, some saffron, risotto arancini or croquettes. Mixed inside are wild mushrooms, saffron, egg, and coated with breadcrumbs. And then served with a little fresh salad of orange, fennel, some pickled onion, and microgreens. Okay, last one. So this is your mega comfort dish. This time of year, I've done something similar to this. Even leading up to Thanksgiving, people order Cornish game in and this kind of setup. I did a brown, like a traditional brown gravy with mushrooms, and that's with the mashed potato and kind of drizzled all over the place. There's a bread pudding, which is stuffing, but I enrich it with like cream and egg and cheese and make it more rich. So I call it bread pudding. It's a savory bread pudding with cranberry and apple and sausage, and then crispy sprouts. And we do house smoked after it's brined. We smoke the game in our smoker and glaze it with a cranberry glaze. And then when we serve it, we put more on it. So it's ultra coated and glazed, smoky, and super comfort dish. I